listen to a podcast. Alright, hopefully this continues to work. My tripod at? Huh. That's right. I'll find some. I'll put it somewhere. Little chilly, but I did turn around. There we go. First thing I'm gonna do is blow off this junk that's fallen from trees. After I get sprayer pumped up, I got rinseless wash already sitting in there. I gotta pump this height up. How much water we got? Almost there. This is what I'm doing. I could use the Schrader valve, but the air compressor is not pumped up right now, so this is just going to be faster overall. There it goes. There's the ego, battery. I was originally thinking that we might be able to get away with no pressure washer or hose today, but it is not very clean. So we are going to get the pressure washer going. Hopefully the water flow is good enough. Oh. There we go. Turn this on. It's going to fill up the hose and come out over there. Aha! Turn it off. Grab a gun. Nozzle. Get that in there. These are not the nicest quick connects. You gotta really force them on there. Come on. Maybe I'm just weak because I'm tired. There we go. It's on. And then make sure all the water is purged out of this line. And this has got a swivel on it, so it'll twist out, hopefully. Nice. Alright, so now we got... Alright, hose seems to be full. Go. The little stop is working. We're gonna take this rinseless and spray this all down for our pre-treatment. Now when you're doing a pre-treatment here, this is where you're going to want to be a little heavier. When you're doing full rinse foam, which is essentially what this is, chemical. This step is where you should use the most, because this is when you're going to make actually the most greatest amount of dirt and sap and pollen and junk. So you can see him holding the wand quite close to the paint. And that rust on the rotors is called flash rust. It just happens when it gets wet. Comes off as soon as you use your brakes. I just haven't driven this. Doing with some pretty nasty storms. spots here, so not exactly sure how long this is going to take. It is very windy, so hoping none of this dries too badly. Let it sit. Now, here's where I got a little bit of a decision to make. Do I want to do both of these vehicles at once? Might be kind of cool, but I only thought that I'm not going to scrub down the wheels. I might at the end with a brush, but yeah, when I'm doing a rinseless wash like this, I usually do the wheels at the end because I like to use the same bucket for wheels as I do the paint and just do that at the end. But when I'm doing two vehicles, I'm not exactly sure how I would like to do this. I'm going to put you guys down quick a sec. Pop this lid off because these are a pain. Sponge. Set in there. Bird. It was nice earlier today. Alright. Now we're gonna take the old pressure washer. Alright, looks like the pressure washer is working okay. Come on. What is this? What happens when you buy crappy hoses? Come on. There we go. Not working perfectly, but there it goes. Alrighty. As you can see, ceramic coating is definitely still there, especially on these panels over here. But after sitting in pollen for a week, it's getting clogged. So we're going to do a super light misting of rinseless wash, just for some extra safety, because this is my pride and joy at this point. Again, this would go quite a bit faster if I wasn't trying to show everyone. I think what I'm going to do with wheels. Oops. Buddy. I think what I'm going to do with wheels is just spray them down with a cleaner and rinse them off. That's the beauty of a ceramic coating. If you need to get away with something quick, you really can. I could stop at this point and dry, and some of the traffic film would even come off with just the abrasion of the towel, but if that's not perfectly safe, which probably couldn't tell you if it is or not, then it's not happening to that car, even though this is not its forever paint job. It just needs to look nice for some number of years before I can afford a paint job. This is why having an air compressor at the ready all the time would be a priority. And maybe electric versions of these would be something I would invest in. Get a detail kit that can go up to 100 psi. There we go. Hello. Come on. Alright, we're back. Eventually I will get another one of those larger keg type sprayers so you can pump it up once or twice and get a couple cars out of it, but for now, this is what we got. Got our pan the organizer rinseless wash in here. Oh, hard to squeeze this one. One hand. Alright. Oh, nice, Alex. Throw it on the ground, why don't you? Got to do a new panel here. Kind of far from the house. If you could. I'm gonna have you style the glass. Let's rinse off these wheels. Podcast is over. There we go. while we dry, this thing actually a little bit less dirty because it's not sitting under a tree. And I just don't care very much about the in pretty bad shape already. I think I might polish it this summer, ceramic coat it. It can be even rougher on it, which I technically could. But after that, where my microphone is at, so just in case they are my microphone. Take Rag Company, the 1500. Let's see if I can. Alright, I think we might be too far away from the router because my connection keeps dropping. But I'm trying to find a spot. I'm not using the microwave. Use this. Put you right here. Sit. There. Alright. Sorry if the connection goes. There we go. Start with the glass. Use a little bit more pressure. Get the towel all primed up and get this door up. Yeah. Good. Already dried a couple cars with this towel since we last. Really hope the microphone is these headphones right now. Otherwise you guys are gonna get a whole lot of nothing. We're in that in-between phase where it's nice enough to drive this, but not warm enough to take the boat out of the barn and up to the lake where we can store it there. See these spots, but there's little areas that are harder to dry. I think we got some tap or something that's stuck to there. wiper does not come up if the hood's not up. Gotta be all sleek and aerodynamic and stuff. Sealant on there. What I might do is foam rinse with the rinse and swash that you're sitting on top of, and then add a layer of that spray just to make the drying go easier. Right. That, ladies and gentlemen, is good enough. We'll try the wheels with a different towel. Rag Company Dry River cloth weave towel. Use it for drying for glass. Not being perfect. I'm not going to a banquet or a show. Alright, that's one down. We're just gonna foam rinse foam on this guy. Use a drying aid. Call it a day. So, let's get started on the first one. I'm doing a touchless wash like this. Hitting that. Can be nice application. Probably won't touch the wheels or tires today. Oh yeah, got a new sticker on there. USA, support troops. I don't care what your political affiliation is. That is something every American should be in favor of. No exceptions. Those on the front lines, keeping us free, let us practice whatever religion you want. Freedom of speech, freedom to have guns to protect yourself, all that good stuff. A lot of people don't realize how good we have it. This when I drop it, it auto rotates. I don't know how that works. Let's see if we can get a little bit on the roof here. Not very concerned with that, because this is just going to sit outside for the next week in the rain and whatever else Michigan throws at us. Could be snow, could be hail, could be warm and sunny. All the same week, those stereotypes you see on the old internet. There's actually a lot of truth to them. Along with, of course, the old Midwest nice. I like to think of this way, and I appreciate anyone else who likes to think of people who live here as nice. Not as nice as Wisconsin. Wisconsin people are just... I met this kind of grizzled-looking trucker guy. I was a little bit intimidated. And he's just the nicest guy. It was like people you meet at a Quick Trip. Alright, let's rinse. Just a quick fact, if any of you were wondering, this pressure washer, don't worry about me getting it close to the paint. I could hold it right here, it would do nothing. This pressure washer only is, I don't even know how many PSI. A lot less than 2,000. It's either nothing metal damage paint. Come on. Need to get those wheel chocks that help these not get stuck first step is getting a nicer hose. This is the hose that comes with this pressure washer is actually pretty decent, steel braided hose. But it is from here to right there, which is only like 2 strides or whatever, so maybe 20 feet, and that is not nearly enough. So that's an even junkier pressure washer hose that's off of an ancient Craftsman. So that's what I'm working with. It's good enough for now. Get a good Copra jet hose and a reel, but that's gonna run you many hundreds. So. Alright, that's all that's gonna happen today on that one. I don't want to use a crazy stout drying aid. I mean, anything that you use as a drying aid isn't going to be ridiculous. I think what's the base layers on there is either this pan the organizer sealant or ceramic gloss with Hydro 2 on the wheels. But I'm pretty sure it's this stuff, and I have a lot of it. So this is what we're going to use. Quite durable. Just going to do a couple sprays here, a couple sprays there. Oh, and it's all just blowing away. Alright, I guess we're going to be a little more careful. Smells great, but it's blowing everywhere. Alright, that'll be good. Use this drying towel. See if I can set you up somewhere again. Some more. Alright. More convenient, maybe. Set this here. Set this right there. There. Come on. That's not very good. One moment. Look at this. Got us a magnetic parts tray. Oh, and this hood is fiberglass. World's working against me. Alright, that'll do. Let's try this. That was already primed. Looks pretty good already. Quick. Concerned with this guy. The windshield is actually been beating up super well recently. You know, I have an actual coating on the other one. Just a spray. Cars to school, guys. Unless you can get your friend to park you into the curb spot. Towel is wet, it just accelerates. Speaking of accelerating, I need to start that car. We're gonna put that thing in the garage. Possible cover on it. Someday that would actually be sneaking in some mobile stuff. You can someone's car at work, spray it down, and you can just leave. You know, get rid of all the drips that come down the mirrors and the spot. It would be nice. Now this drying towel is getting a little heavy. And since it's got ceramic in it, I'm going to put it in the bucket once it's washed, because I will not be laundering for a little bit. You want to soak it in just like a normal coating. These sprays don't want to be washed immediately, so it's a good idea to soak your towels. Some surfactant or wash them so it doesn't clog all your other towels. Yep, got that dumped. I'm gonna go grab the keys to the other car. Get started. Start this guy up. Just a stock black interior. Ugh, nothing fancy. Side item. Anyway, it's a real sports car, guys. Sit here for a minute. Sounds pretty good for a stock exhaust. This particular wash bucket has been through 3 or 4 washes, so I think it's time we dump it. Not the sponge is in okay shape. It's maybe got half its life left. Pressure out. And this off. Off. Let the pressure out. Water out the hose. This old well pump of some kind from our house. That there. Yeah, time to put this guy away, hopefully. It doesn't start snowing again in the middle of April. Which would be the first time. The guard, there's all the dirt stuck at the bottom. We're supposed to be. I just turned the pressure washer off. I don't really want to clean it now. I'm gonna take some my all-purpose cleaner. This is my interior dilution. Doesn't get used that much. It's got a foaming head on it. One of these. There you go. I'm gonna use the excess water from pressure washer hose to rinse that out. This. And water will start to go into that bucket. I'm going to leave you guys to look at the ceiling here for a sec while I wind it up. Right, so it's wrapped up. Think about the time savings just having permanent pressure washer install, or even just a retractable hose. That's a little bit better. That's why I put that in there so we don't see it. Cover. Ceramic. Blower. Cover. Right now we get to move the old car. Alright, garage is closed. Can't really drive in here with it like that. I'm gonna move a couple things here. Oh, the scooter's heavy. The reason I'm doing this is because we drive a car up on this ledge. There's about a 3-inch ledge right there. I don't know why we have that. Things Alright. Yeah, ceramic is dry. Alright, I haven't done this since the fall, so hopefully I don't mess up too bad. See if we can raise this up a little bit. Yeah. Not really. Alright, let's not hit the garage. Nailed it. That tire's just barely touching that ledge. Good to go. Throw it in a gear. in case she rolls nowhere. Beautiful. Fold this in. Now we're gonna go grab the cover, which is my least favorite part about putting a car away. Because covers kinda just suck in general. Boat cover, car cover, tarp, not the greatest. Eh. Yes. Alright, hopefully it's dry. Doesn't have anything on it. Now I need you guys to stay over here while I struggle with this for a couple minutes. Stay over here. There you go. Kitty cat hurt his leg. So, this piece is the back. So, theoretically, this is how it's supposed to go. Painless cover I've ever installed somehow. Wasn't bad at all. Maybe I finally got it. Say hi. And say bye, because that's it for today.